Hi everybody, welcome to video number 2. If you watched video number 1 a few days ago, welcome back. If this is your first time watching my videos, welcome, and hopefully we'll see more of each other in the future. Okay. I have to, bleh. This is the kind of fun you can have when you're a new content creator. I hate being in front of the camera, but I'm looking at notes on what I want to talk about. It helps me stay focused and where I don't babble on as much as I would normally do. I only got 4 quick points to make, so it shouldn't take that long. We'll see. So as I mentioned, this is the second video. In the first one, I talked about some of my goals for making these videos, some of the things I want to accomplish. And I'm not going to get into that. You'll have to watch the first video. Put the link below in the comments. Comments. That's a new thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. So this is all new for me. So we will see where this goes. Don't stop recording. See, I want to hit the stop button and record it over again, but I could be doing that the rest of the afternoon, and I want to hurry this along, so I'll get better. See, that's the thing. You get better with anything else, like anything else you do for the first time. The first few attempts are awkward and stumbling and fumbling, but as the more you do it, the better you get at it, and then with experience comes confidence. Alright, so for this video, I wanted to touch on a couple points about why I'm choosing YouTube videos when there's other social media options available to me. I'm on Facebook mostly. I have Instagram and Twitter. I don't call it X. It's Twitter in my mind, yes. But I don't really do anything with Instagram or Twitter. Because on Instagram you have to be on the phone doing this too much, and the little opposable thumbs are in pain. I can't hold the phone that long anymore, so for practical purposes, that's out. In Twitter, there's a character limit. Who needs that shit? No. But Facebook lets you do longer. You can post videos, I think, up to 5 minutes. There is a time limit there, mostly a file size limit, but you can do longer videos, and you can type. I can type your little heart out, and I'm a prose fiction writer and a typist by nature, so that appeals to that skill that I have. But typing on the computer and just looking at your printed words on the computer screen, it gets old after a while, and it's very limiting. So on YouTube is the exact opposite of that. YouTube is for videos. You speak into the camera, and you have sight and sound. And as I get better at it and I learn more post-production video editing skills, but right now, this is kind of the boring part of it. But that's why I wanted to do this. And I've had a YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, I started this YouTube channel in 2016. I didn't know that it had been that long until I looked it up on the About section. Fun, the things you can learn, huh? But yeah, it's been that long, but even then I don't really do that much with it. But as I watch my favorite YouTubers doing their channels, they inspire me. That they talk about the things that are of interest to them, and some of them are very vulnerable and emotional and very candid, very personal. And I find that I am also inspired. They inspire me, they motivate me, they give me different ideas about different things I want to do. Ring lights reflecting my glasses. Head down. All of it, no, the ring light can. Hold on. Ooh, spooky. No. That's no ring light at all. Okay, fine, fine. Um, Problem solved. See, for every problem, there is a solution. Don't. Ugh. I dropped them on the desk. That's not good. Put these away in the case before I damage them, and then I'm really screwed. Okay. Put them away now. Good, good, good. Problem solved. Okay, where were we? Why I'm using YouTube. YouTube, my favorite YouTubers inspire me. They give me ideas, not only of things that I want to one day do with my own channel and the content that I want. I know the content that I want to create. It's just having the skills and software and equipment to make my vision come to life. We're getting there. But on a personal note, and I mentioned this in the last video, that I've been struggling over the past few years with isolation and depression and anxiety. I have anxiety attacks. And as I mentioned in the last video as well, you can see by the empty apartment behind me that I live alone. And so if it wasn't for Facebook and YouTube and social media, my couple of platforms that I'm on, it's my window to the world, as it is for many people. But it's not enough. I wasn't utilizing social media enough to combat my isolation. And YouTube offers me the chance to do that. Looking at my notes. Because I have to be in front of the camera, be seen as well as being heard, that's really uncomfortable for me. It's not in my comfort zone at all. I'm used to being on the other side, the hidden creative genius behind the scenes that puts all the pretty cool stuff up online, but you don't know. Other than my profile photo, which you can see here on YouTube and on my Facebook page and Instagram, it's the same photo. But other than that, you wouldn't know what I look like or sound like. So doing these videos will be, even though I have the creative vision, I want to do it, it's still the logistics of doing them are going to be challenging because I have to sit here in front of my camera, in front of my webcam, and talk to the camera and not... See, right now I don't have the ability to edit anything. So I have no choice but to just be a talking head on camera, record it, and then upload it. I can't go back and take out chunks that I don't like or redo it. So this is forcing me, in a good way, to step outside of my comfort zone and take a risk. Risks. Multiple risks, I might add. Practicing being vulnerable. Taking the risk. And what's the risk, you might ask? Well, one of the biggest ones, flipping the page now on my notebook, the biggest risk for me are the online haters. And this is kind of foreshadowing to future videos that I'm going to be doing. But I've been online off and on various platforms since 1996. Yes, I'm one of the original dinosaurs. Ooh, there's at least a 2 or 3 video series on that subject alone. But I gotta build up to it, gotta practice, get my chops together, as musicians like to say. Online haters, yes. I've dealt with them in various forms. Some more outspoken than others. Some have even invaded the line between the internet and my personal life. No offline stalkers. Thank God, but the possibility is there. So I'm more aware and more. English is my native language. You wouldn't know it, would you? What's my point? Oh yeah. I'm more aware of and sensitive to the online haters and the possibilities of what they could create and have created than I am the blessings that could come out of this, me doing these videos. And now, mind you, I encounter the haters on Facebook, mostly. It haven't happened for a while, though. Gotta remember that, too. at the time that they happen, it's upsetting. And some of them, depending on what they say to me or type, because they're keyboard warriors and they're cowards, as we all know. All they can do is type. They don't have the balls to really do anything about it. Thank God. But see, just thinking about it, yeah. But I've been avoiding. That's why my comments have been turned off, and on my YouTube videos. In Facebook, you can't stop them from commenting. They mouth off to you. You can block them. So I've done that in the past as well. So I have tools on Facebook that I'm well aware of. But there's something about the combination of being vulnerable on YouTube, being a talking head in front of the camera, and being not totally confident in that, and sharing my intimate thoughts and feelings, and then posting it and then waiting for the haters. What are they going to say? How many of them are there going to be? Are there going to be? How bad is it going to get? How am I going to feel? I can what if I'm a good what if person. And I overthink things. So I can spend the rest of my life what ifing, or I can remind myself that I have dealt with haters in the past. There was one juicy one on Facebook in 2018. No, it was 2017. I thought that one would get me off of Facebook altogether, but she didn't. Bitch. See, I've dealt with them before. I leave them in my dust. It's no problem. I can do the same thing on YouTube. I looked into this. I have the capability on the admin side. I can hold all comments for preview. Ooh, that's an idea. Because what the haters do is they get attention by posting a comment that they know can't be moderated right away, and then they can start drama and all that. But I can leave a note in each video description. Note to haters. Note to potential haters. Just address it. Just say something like, I moderate all comments before I allow them to be posted, so don't even waste your time. Something, or not even say anything. I'll think about that. But I do have the ability, within the first couple, not even a full sentence, depending on how much they write, how bad of a rant it is, I delete them. If it's bad enough, I delete and I block. Their comment will never see the light of day. They have no power over me. And on a more bigger, more universal perspective, I think I can learn from that. If I can, taking the risk of being vulnerable and attracting the haters and all that entails, it's almost like when you're a YouTube content creator, and I'm not thinking right now about being monetized or having so many subscribers and get my numbers up. I just want to start out at the bottom, at the start of it, and just get comfortable being on camera, sharing my thoughts. And that's it. And we'll just see where that goes. Hell, this may be a short-lived project. I'm scratching my arm here. This may be a short-term thing. It may not last any more than a few weeks. We'll see. I'm just going to play it by ear, and that's also something that us overthinkers tend to do. What's going to happen? What? And then you go through the endless what-if list in your mind and examining all possibilities. You never do anything because you're too busy thinking about what can happen unless you just do it and see what happens. Whatever happens, and I mentioned this in the first video as well, I gotta go back and watch that again. I forget what I said. Oh, that's the other fun part. When you're nervous about how you look and sound on camera, watching yourself, watching your own video back, listening to the sound of your voice, what do you look like? Oh, but it's like hearing yourself in my generation, the 70s and 80s, we had audio cassettes and you could hear your voice played back to you. When did JVC camcorders come out? Then you could also combine, what's the name of the company? Camcorders, video cameras that weighed about this big and sat on your shoulder and weighed about 30 pounds. Then you had little video camera cassettes to go in them. Then you had the joy watching yourself and hearing yourself. Double whammy. Yeah. So anyway, what I can learn from the haters. That was point number 3 on my list. Number 3. So I think I can learn a lot about myself personally. This is right now. It's kind of more of a personal exercise in self-improvement and confidence building. Confidence building. I have to work on my enunciation. Point number 4, the last one, and this is probably the most important thing of all, is combating my isolation and depression. So I've had some new anxiety attacks coming up in the past few months that are new for me, and it's usually when I'm in my apartment all day long by myself. When I leave the house, it's what's the name of agoraphobia, fear of public places. I think that's it. I'll Google it. Yeah, whatever. But when I'm in my car, I'm okay. When I get out of my car, if I'm faced with the prospect of getting out of my car and walking into a business, that's where things change. I will sometimes not even run that particular errand. But if it's business, I know I can get a spot close to the front door, like walking across even a little expansive parking space aisle. You know, the aisle between parking places. Like going from my car into the grocery store, I can't do that anymore because anxiety is. That's a new thing for me. I've noticed the pattern developing over time, and that's limiting me as well. And so, again, isolation makes depression and anxiety worse for anybody that goes through it. And those are very common conditions. So, hopefully, these YouTube videos will play a part in me combating those anxious feelings, increasing my social interaction. Because when I turn the comments on, I can make short, sweet work of the haters, yes. But then I will also hopefully be getting a lot of comments of people that I'm telling their story. And that's really the purpose for me doing all these. To be helpful to my fellow YouTubers. And I know I've watched videos where people have said something that inspired me or told my story and made me feel like I'm not so alone in the world. So I guess if I had to pick a demographic of starting out my videos, it would be people that are alone, live alone. I'm single, never married, can't have any kids now, thank God. Thank God for menopause. I love it. It was never any interest of mine anyway, but I won't ever have any biological kids. I don't even want stepkids at this point. No, unless they're adults. That's fine. I can handle adult stepkids. Little ankle biters. Anyway, future video subject. But living alone is a really nice apartment. I mean, a lot of people can only dream of having a place. It's a very small mother-in-law apartment. I'll do a walking apartment tour video one day. But a lot of people would be very blessed to have what I have. Nothing fancy, it's just for one person, but the walls, I think, are closing in on me a bit too much. And I didn't even have a problem during COVID quarantine, matter of fact. It was like 2 years, a year and a half. It was a relief at first. COVID, that has to be a different video. I didn't have these anxieties during COVID, even when I gave up hope we gave up hope at one point of ever being able to rejoin the lives that we'd left behind. But this has been, I've been 4 years now, 3.5, 4 years, reintegrated into the outside world, and these new anxieties are coming up, and I know why. So, okay. So, what am I doing on time? I'm squinting at the control strip on my computer. 19 minutes? Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, I'm not too bad. I'm gonna end now. I've pretty much said everything I wanted to say. Notes. Yes. Notes are the way to go. Even when I do slightly longer videos, we'll see how it goes, but alright, so now that you know what, oh, there goes the ring light again. Oh, it looks freaky, doesn't it? Looks like I have alien eyes. Reading glasses. I have distance glasses for driving and seeing the TV guide from across the room. Anyway, all right, that's it for now. Let me go. I won't play this back. Well, I might play this back and watch it before I upload it. And see you guys in video number 3.